News just in, the 4 police officers charged with the murder of Mthokozisi Ntumba have been acquitted. Our reporter Slindelo Masikana joins us now for the very latest. Slindelo, good morning. A very significant development. Take us through today's proceedings.
Certainly so, but I just want to quickly get into my interview. I'm with one of the accused number 4, Victor Mohammed, who, of course, like you've said, has been acquitted of the charges of murder against Mthokozisi Ntumba. And of course, you can only imagine the kind of relief that he's feeling. But we want to get a sense from him himself. Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Mohammed. Just give me a sense as to how the past year has been for you.
Oh, it was very strenuous, not only for me, my family as well, my work, my colleagues, that you've done something that you've never done. Yeah. So today I've got my relief and my peace. At least I'll be able to sleep. Yes. So thank you for justice has been prevailed for today. Thank you very much.
What kind of effect did it have on your family? How tough was it?
It was very tough. Yeah. Yes. Been accused that you have done something. Just imagine they're saying you've murdered somebody, been called a murder. It's not an easy thing. And as a police officer, I've never done that. It was the first time that happened. Yes. But for my family, at least it will be a relief now for them. That at least, that is why I've complied. I've attended the court. I wanted justice as well. What happened on that day. Yeah. So today, I'm glad it happened. So thank you very much. Right. Yes.
Will you be going back to work? Do you feel like you can go back to work?
I'm very much ready to go back to work, at least with a peaceful mind now. Yeah. Yes. That stress at least has been relieved. Yeah. Yes.
Were you being victimized in your community, perhaps, within your?
No, not exactly. Yeah. Not exactly. I was doing my job. Yes. Yes.
Has your faith in the justice system been restored?
Yes, very. Yes. Yeah. And I was also having faith. If you know you didn't do it, you will have faith and you want justice to what happened on that day. Yes. So I'm happy today that at least I've got my peace and everybody got peace. Yes. Thank you. So much. Yes, thank you very much.
That is Mr. Victor Mohammed, accused number 4, as you can tell, leaving the courthouse as a free man, essentially. His fellow co-accused, I had tried to get a comment from them as well, but they've been feeling quite harassed by the media, saying, you know, they're just glad that this is over. But I want to bring my colleague Jogo Mane this side to some of the defense lawyers who are still here. I'm going to ask them to just introduce themselves and then tell us how they're feeling in terms of the judgment. So just your name, your surname, who you were representing, and how you're feeling as the charges have been dropped.
I'm Nechipise Emmanuel for accused number 2. We are relieved that justice has been done and seen to be done to the accused person and the public at large. Yeah. Because what with regard to the judgment itself is just a confirmation of a long old legal principles that prosecutions needs to be commenced with a minimum of evidence that can achieve a conviction of the accused person. But this case was one of those wherein prosecution was commenced without those minimum of evidence. State was just relying on fishing expedition, but lucky enough, the rule of law has been proved to still work. Yeah.
I want to bring in another defense lawyer who's still here. I'm going to ask him to introduce himself and just give us a sense of Thomas Mohope, just for accused number
1.
Accused number 1. All right, just repeat that for me, please, sir. And how are you feeling about the judgment?
Well, the law has taken its course. It was a whole unfortunate situation where a person lost his life and all that. But justice is justice. The law has taken its course and we are relieved.
Thank you so much. Thanks. All right, I don't know how much time you have with me, Mfundo, but I'm going to ask Jogo Mane to walk with me. I think the NPA spokesperson, Pindim Jonondwane, is still here inside the courtroom. Hi, guys.
Hi.
So maybe we can try and grab a comment from her. She is still here. Mfundo, just to get a sense as to what the way forward is going to be for the NPA. Ms. Jonondwane, how are you doing today?
I'm good, Slee. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. All right. A judgment not in your favor as the NPA, not enough evidence that the state has brought in order to be able to convict the 4 police officers who were charged. Your reaction?
That is what justice is about. Where the court is of the view that insufficient evidence was presented before it to prove the allegation that the accused were charged with, and if the court is of the view that the evidence that was presented in court is of a nature that a court acting carefully cannot or may not convict, then the accused persons are entitled to a discharge, which is what happened in this instance.
So what's the way forward now?
Well, as the NPA, we accept the court's decision, but we will then study the judgment to determine if there is a need to take the judgment on review.
Thank you so much. All right, Mfundo, that is the latest from the South Gauteng High Court. As you've heard from the NPA, they'll be studying the judgment, but of course from the defense as well, relieved that their clients have been acquitted of these charges.
All right, thank you very much for that update. That is a reporter, Slindelo Masikane. You remember that case pertaining to Mr. Ntumba. He was just coming out of a clinic or seeing a doctor when he was shot dead in Braamfontein while students were protesting for historic debt. A very important case, that one that actually led to a lot of public outcry. Very relieved, these 4 officers, that they've been acquitted. But I must say, probably the opening of wounds for that family, who now have more questions as what happened to their son on that day, because he is in fact deceased.